No, you're not looking at images from another planet. Although the color-distorted images and Mondo Mundo's radical tunes might make you think otherwise.
It's hard for me to describe it, but somebody described us at a venue as kamikaze surf rock, and I think that's a decent way to explain it.
Jeff Eikamp has been playing music since high school, starting with the trumpet, then moving on to the drums, before discovering his passion for guitar.
Mostly just cover bands until I lived in Portland and I joined a band called Country Trash, and it was the first time I played in a band that had nothing but original music, and it kind of changed my perception on what kind of music to play. Because if you can make people like rock out to your original songs, it's way better than playing just covers all the time.
His current focus is Mondo Mundo, an instrumental band that some has defined as surfer rock, but to Jeff,
it is kind of like the sound of the ocean, you know. It has all the different moods. It can be chaotic and violent. It can also be really mellow and serene, you know. So I get why it's called surf music. It should just be called ocean music. Doesn't sound as cool though.
So do you surf?
I have.
You don't actively surf?
No, not really. I don't have time for it.
You may recognize Jeff's bandmates from some of the other bands on the Oregon coast.
I recently left Ocean Boulevard, currently in Tiller of the Moon and Mondo Mundo.
Jake Allegar also lends his guitar skills to Mondo Mundo's surf rockin' melodies.
So I played drums all through high school and started it as my independent passion afterwards.
After the drums, he taught himself to play the guitar.
I'd like to give a shout out to YouTube University specifically. Big help over here.
I'm playing bass in a couple of bands now. We actually have the same rhythm section. One is Tiller of the Moon, and then another is Mondo Mundo. We play a lot of surf music, but it's pretty much all instrumental, guitar-based music.
Eric Feliciano not only finds time to groove with Tiller of the Moon and Mondo Mundo, but also has his own band called The Planet Of, made up of himself, his brother Ryan, and drummer Scott McTaggart.
I mean, I would just say that like guitar's always been my main instrument, but I also play some drums and bass and keys. I do a lot of like MIDI programming.
I've played shows with maybe eight or nine bands this year.
And Ben Horton, who is in fact the only member of the band who regularly surfs the waves on the southern Oregon coast, and has been playing the drums for most of his life.
I think since I started when I was 10, well, I would make 26 years now.
We just played a house party. We play at Mr. Ed's in Port Orford fairly frequently.
What is the strangest location you've played a gig?
I mean, like next to a dumpster outside of Fish Market.
Krabby's is pretty cool. They set us up out on the dock with a dumpster right behind us.
Whether it's at a bar, a house party, or next to a dumpster, you can catch the groovy dudes behind Mondo Mundo doing what they do best here on the Oregon coast.